For us, the main benefit is the hole direction and the deviation. So, this picture you've still got up here, we see 20 feet of deviation in these holes. The risk is that those holes get very close to the actual face. And if you don't know that when you load explosives, with not enough burden in the front, you can create a fly rock. So, the risk is trying to mitigate that exposure from the fly rock. And like we said earlier, you obviously can get better breakage if you're confident in where the holes go. We've got some accounts that we really need to, put as much explosives as we safely can in the holes to break the rock. And so, if the blaster's not confident, he's going to be more conservative with his loading. Maybe do some taper loading at the top where, or at a shallower depth or deeper depth than he needed to. So it's a big peace of mind tool for the blasters more than anything. Fragmentation equals lower vibration. So if if the blaster is confident in the loading because he's got the Boretrak data, and he's able to get the front row moving out in a better manner than if he was more conservative, and definitely you'll lower your vibrations, because your subsequent rows are going to be moving that much better as well. Yeah, it definitely can play into the amount of explosives and what type, if we're using stick product to taper load at the top versus bringing the bulk up as high as we can. So yeah, it definitely gives the blaster kind of a roadmap of what the holes are doing, where they're going, and how much rock they've got in front of them, to be able to safely load it.
If I'm sending reports out to blasters, I'll send it to the driller too, because they like to see the deviation, know where the holes are going, and they're always kind of correcting themselves as they're, so they'll get one and see that their holes were deviating, 5 feet forward. And on the next shot, they're, turning their impact down a little bit, to turn the air pressure up and setting up slightly different. And they'll ask me when I show up, like, hey, how'd they look this time? How's it going? So it is cool. The drillers enjoy it. They like the pat on the back when the holes look good, and they like to know what's going on and be able to adjust.